Oh, did you miss me? Did you wanna hug and kiss me? From the text and unexpected, from the door we start undressing, then caressing leads to sex and like, we only got one night. Oh, I can go from 6 to 9. Oh, all I can do is offer you my love. Since forever isn't on the table, I'm trying to get you right now. I'm talking, lay your body close to me. I love you how it's supposed to be. Really got you hold on me, baby.
We outside, baby. 2025. Oh, 2025.
It's the brighter side of things for 2025, you know what I'm saying?
Prepare to be sick of us.
Yo,
Sick of
I
us.
just said that on my last post. I said, if you dislike me this year, you're gonna be disgusted in 2025, because I'm getting super busy. I ain't gonna lie.
Look them busy, look them busy.
That's a fact.
Let me just close my Look at this.
Boom, boom, let's get this done, baby. How I clean up, Tina?
Very, very well.
Thank you, thank you. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
nice.
I felt like this was like my whole year. How I look and feel right now, today at present
love
right
it.
now, I felt like that was my whole year. You know what I'm saying?
love it.
It was a beautiful year. It was great. You know what I'm saying? This is like your 6th episode this year with us. You know what I'm saying? Part of the kid ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I always say that. You know what I'm saying? And me and you, this year was on your end was a little shaky, and we were supposed to work together. That's why, because I'm not in your shoes, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But I appreciate you.
We were supposed to work together, but I've been real patient because I know there is something great gonna come out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I kept texting you. I'm like, yo, let's end the year out how we started. Let's end the year out how we started.
Thank you.
I know you remember me in that yellow jersey, all chunky. Now look, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Lost some weight.
Congratulations. That's a lot of growth.
Thank you so much.
A lot of
I'm
mental,
trying. I'm
physical,
trying. You know what I'm
emotional
saying?
growth.
It's just, I guess it's like you gotta have growth.
You doing?
Yeah, if you're not growing, then you just being stagnant, and being stagnant just don't get you nowhere. So
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
And I learned this year mostly that if you are not changing something, you're choosing it. So yeah, we're out here making some good conscious decisions so that
That's a fact.
it can lead us to this
fact.
right here.
That's a
Well, happy
fact.
holidays to you.
Happy
and
holidays
you.
to everybody. Happy New Year's. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. We are definitely recording the day after Christmas. So you're going to get this in January in the New Year. So y'all going to see us in the future. You know what I'm saying? But we're here closing the year out strong. It's like 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You know what I'm saying? So you got to finish the game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
But
strong.
welcome back to the Dricanhippie Show with Spliff and Chun Chun. Shout out to Spliff and Chun Chun. You know what I'm saying? And you know we got it's right behind you on your left, on your right hand side.
Shout out
On
to
your
them.
right hand side. You know what I'm
We
saying?
love you and we miss you guys.
That's a fact. And today we got Teyonce Knows
Zell, we in the
Tina. You
building.
know what I'm saying? When she's in the building, man. I asked her to, you know what I mean, close the year out with me, and she was like, let's do it. Before I get into that, the episode is definitely going to be out. Shout out to Easy in the building, you know what I'm saying? New Vibration Publishing. Me and him about to do some business today. Hopefully I'll put that on the camera, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
I love it.
I say that because we recorded the episode that I'm going to talk about right now in his spot. Make sure that y'all check out the crossover with Hippie Vision TV and NWO News with NWO Sparrow. Me and him did a year-end rap, and you know what I'm saying? So we shut that down. That's locked and loaded in the YouTube studios. It's coming out New Year's Eve. Make sure you guys stay in tune for that. I know y'all
tuned.
watched it
December
already. You know what I'm
31st.
saying?
Nice.
That's a fact. So we here, man. But how you feeling, Tina? What's going on, man? Talk to me.
I'm feeling. We here. Thank you for reaching out and for always staying on top of the game, because I've been slacking on my macking.
That's all right.
Life has been just doing some things and taking care of business, and I have to roll with that. But
Life definitely been happening.
it always makes me feel amazing to receive a call from the people I've worked with in the past. So there's several of you, and you are one of them that always checks in, make sure you got time, and just are so patient at the same time. Because some people are like, really, you ain't got time? I ain't got time for you either. So you know that like you mentioned, you don't know the life, but you can only imagine. So thank you for giving me grace with that. I really appreciate it.
You could sympathize as a human, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, she got to be going through it. Somebody got to be
because you know I want to be here.
Because I'm going through shit too, but it's like I be telling E most of the time, like, this is my baby. So whoever is like in it or on it is like, I can't force them to feel how I feel about it.
Right.
But if it's something in their personal life that they like to do, because you, Spliff and Chun Chun like to do media.
Right.
So if I give you the space and the opportunity and y'all like, hell yeah.
And
but if
outlet,
sometimes you hit me up and be like, I can't this time. I can't be like, oh man, these are people that I can't work with. No. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got a lot of those.
They've been here for me this whole year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been here for me this whole year. Shout out to Trippy Trev as well. You know what I'm saying? He been with me all year. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a good way to look at things, you know, because like you said, it's your baby, it's your time. You're doing the motion, so whoever comes along at the time, you're accepting. If they cannot make it, you know, for whatever reason, like seeing through other people's eyes and seeing that vision. And having understanding and compassion and all that stuff, it takes you yourself a long way.
That's
because a lot of people, I've noticed even doing like the brighter side and the podcasting and, you know, just reaching out to certain people, you know, you don't get the response that you want from your people, you know, and it's just everyone's going through things, so you cannot put that blame on someone because they didn't support or they didn't tag you or they didn't repost or all that stuff. So continuing to do what you're doing, you're gonna meet all the people you need to meet. So congratulations to you.
That's a fact. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to keep the brand strong, you know what I mean, and just like this year was like, again, like this year, that's the only word I've been using. It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was just beautiful. Like every day since January 1st till literally today, every morning waking up, doing my 15,000 steps. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Doing my workouts. You know what I mean? Going to therapy. Every time it was like a bump in the road with the podcast, I didn't flip out. Right. I didn't. Like you said, budge.
Because
I just
you're building strength at the time.
Yeah. So I want to just ride that train into 2025 and just add on to it. Like just keep adding.
It's
W's.
a mindset too. It's not only the things that are happening to you. It's an actual mindset. It's where it's the brighter side. It's looking at the things that you deal with and flipping them and saying, you know what, I'm going through this for a certain reason. It's a season. It's a time, and it's gonna get me to where I need to go. And consistency. We can see how people who stay consistent, how they succeed. So
that's a fact.
Continue
that's a fact.
that.
So that's what I'm trying to do with the podcast as well. Because going into January, that just adds more fuel because March is our anniversary.
Yes.
So like every time the anniversary comes around, I just feel like, let me look back and see how we progressed or what we did different or what's going on. Shout out to all the subscribers. Like I remember, like I tell this is my story. This is my, you know what I mean? I didn't have no digital footprint at all. I didn't have no social medias or nothing. I didn't like it. Right. When we was younger, I was born in 88. You know the time we grew up in 9, we don't take pictures. Right. We gangsters and we not even the gangsters on the block. You know what I'm saying? We like, nah, we don't take pictures of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have no digital footprint. So when I started this podcast, it literally was zero, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew who the fuck Thedoncore and Dricanhippie was. Niggas knew who Thedoncore was because he was outside. You know what I'm saying? But me, it was more like, you know what I mean? Nobody.
Yeah, the quiet side.
To be at 420 subscribers now, you know what I'm saying? And people commenting and every episode, like, I ain't gonna lie, they be like, they reaching hundreds of views now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit, consistency is key, you know what I'm saying? And that was like a hashtag we used to use early in the podcast, like the first or second year, me and Cole used to be like, consistency key. Consistency key. We on episode 25. Now we on episode, this is 362, 361 if I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying? The beginning of this year we was at 308. Or we at 360 something. So it's like we just putting in pain right now, you know what I'm saying? We putting in so much work that eventually somebody gonna notice you if you knocking on their door every day. They gonna be like, well, who the fuck is this knocking on my door? Oh,
not letting no, you know, not taking no for an answer, and you know, it doesn't work here, I'm gonna go over here. You know, there's that beautiful
people notice
meme,
it.
like a bottle of water costs $1 in the store. and $3 in the beach
$7
and
somewhere.
$7 in the bar, and it's so it's where you
it's the
are.
Same
so
shit,
just
but where you put yourself.
on.
That's what Virgil said. Rest in peace.
Oh,
he
did
was
he?
like,
Okay.
you could take a object, a regular can that's crumbled up, and where you put it, that's the
It's
amount
weird.
or the price that it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as we put ourselves in precious situations, the diamond will bloom.
Once you get the population and you get the people watching and you get that one person, it's definitely gonna be up.
That's a fact.
And you have great content. You speak about good
that's a
things. You
fact.
speak to the people. You're connected. You're growing.
And I just finished the second, just because here, we just finished our second documentary, his artist, Envious, you know what I'm saying? So
dope.
hopefully that'll be out like first or second week in January. We're going to talk about that when we're done here too.
Nice.
So we just want to do a private viewing. I want to invite you. I want to invite some of my media people that I know so y'all could view it before it's out.
Oh,
We could do a little Q&A.
Music artist?
Yeah.
Envious? Okay.
Yeah, Envious, you know what I'm saying? I followed him for like since July till November. Like 6 months. It's 7 days with Envious. So it's like 7 different days with him, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
whole week
So
outside.
let me see my phone, please, E. Can I see my phone, please? Let me see which one is this one. Yeah, this one. Gracias. But T, talk to me.
Tell me.
Just be real with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it was a tough year or it was, you know what I mean? But what was this year like for you? You know what I'm saying? Like professionally, personally. Don't give too much, you know what I'm saying?
No. It's
you're a pro,
shit
you're a pro,
that
my
we
fault, you're a
it's things that we all go through. But just adjusting, really. I think that was the most toughest thing for me. I just turned 40 something and I'm just, I feel like my mom had me at 33. So I feel like I'm remembering this time with my mom. I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but like I remember her in this age. So, just trying to indulge in the things that are happening and changes and acceptance. And
you could bring the mic closer to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Or you could
And I have 2 grown boys. I have a 22-year-old and a 16-year-old. Happy birthday to my boy.
They
He just
going
turned.
through life themselves.
They're
as
going
well,
through
so
things and work, and just again getting to this age it's not so many parties and celebrations. Now it's more funerals and hospitals and that kind of stuff, and just seeing people online going through things. So it's been a heavy year. But for me per se in my home, thank God everyone's healthy, everyone's happy. We doing good, we pushing through. But this year, 2025, we outside. 2025, we coming back. So invite me to everything because I'm coming.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's been happening with me this year too. I've noticed that because I'm 36.
Okay.
So one of my friends that we grew up with for since the 90s, you know what I'm saying, he passed away. Health problems, you know what I'm saying, and then a couple other people had like health issues. So it was like, damn, we are starting to get older, you know what I'm saying. And my mom's had me when she was 16.
Oh wow.
So it's like a little. What you saying is like I got to see that age. I got to see 20s, 30s, 40s. Now she's in her 50s, and I'm close to her age. So it's like, oh, that's what she was saying. She was like, yo, when you get this age, you're gonna understand it.
That's
You might take a little longer, and it don't. But now I see when she be like, oh, you understand it now. You know what I'm saying? And it's certain things that I see that I definitely understand what she means by that. You know what I mean?
And you have more compassion and you have more understanding not only for your parents but for other people.
Because sometimes when you're doing the wild and the dumb shit, they look at you and be like, where did you get that from? And you look at them like,
you remember those apples?
Remember when you blacked out?
Right.
Like,
you don't remember those apples, right? But
now to see the way she handles situations is like, nah, that's how you need to get, you know what I'm saying? Because that was always my OG. I don't consider nobody in the streets no OG, no nigga in the hood, my mom's my OG, bro. She my friend. She's always my mom's. I always treat her as my mom's, but she's literally my best friend. If I got a pimple on my ass cheek, I'm showing her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
that's beautiful. That you even
like,
have that relationship.
Yeah. So when I hear you talk about your boys, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I know you got a relationship with your boys, you know what I'm saying? And them to be at a certain age, I know that's like oh, let me reminisce now and look back, like especially around the seasons,
right?
The holiday
and,
seasons,
and trying to this time is something, and
think
also
of them as
tapping
5-year-olds again.
Right, that is emotional. It was an emotional roller coaster this year. Getting rid of toys, but also them coming to an age of them understanding and them being able to communicate certain things, and them being men and not expecting anything, but those are my boys and they're great kids, and my son's a great man, and you want to give these things, and just things that you've been through in the past, or childhood traumas, or just whatever it is, you tend to kind of pass it off as an outlet, and you don't want to. Because I was telling my son, I'm not too much in the Christmas spirit. I'm not too a Christmassy person.
Okay.
I enjoy the lights and the basics, but my mom, growing up, she used to push through. She didn't really enjoy Christmas either, because she used to always be depressed because she lost her mom, her dad, her sisters, all these people during that time.
Oh, okay.
But she still would push through for us. So we still had the jolly, and the food and the music and all that. So I feel like that's where I am. I'm just pushing through. And not that I'm depressed or stressed or sad. It's just, this is not my time.
It's just like, this ain't your time of the season. Like, this is my time of the season.
Yes,
so like throughout the whole year, people will
it.
be like, this nigga's mad grumpy, he's this, he's that. But then when they see me around this time, they be like, what the fuck?
Oh, you the Grinch from January through November?
Yeah, but when it comes to Christmas, I'm like, I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I just love it, you know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like a kid again, you know what I mean? But
well, that's the nostalgic feeling, you see, and the feeling for me is total opposite. I remember my mom crying and being, sad, and so I'm like, okay, well.
See, I think my mom just hit that shit. Because I remember you working 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? I remember you working an overnight job, being home before we got to take us to school, then going to a job and being there to pick us up from school, then going to another. I remember that.
Moving and shaking.
But, like you saying, like the holidays, she didn't have it growing up, so she tried to make it good for us. You know what I'm saying? So even to this day, yesterday she's like, yo, I couldn't get you nothing too crazy for a hit. I'll be like, Mom, I'm about to be 40. You ain't got to give me no Christmas gift. It's time for us to give to you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm past 40. She's still giving me
her granddaughter gave her a gift. You know what I'm saying? And she started crying.
Oh, your little niece.
She's 10 years old now. Of course she gonna want to buy you a gift. You know what I'm saying? Because all year round you buying her shit every day. Y'all together.
And that's a beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? So we trying to show, like, not trying, we showing our niece, like, yo, family, you know what I mean? It's mad important, because our family got disrupted when my grandmother passed away. You know what I'm saying? When
How
the
many
goat
years ago?
passed away, that was the summer when I was going into 1st grade.
Oh, wow.
So my family got dysfunctional after that, because, the queen, when she passed away, and my grandmother didn't even hit, I don't want to say the wrong age, but I don't even think she hit 50. But she had 8 kids. They had grandkids, you know what I'm saying? So she got to see. But
that also, that is a factor in the fact that it split up, like the family, just because, one, she was young, and 2, we don't realize that we become the new adults that have to do these things that our parents, our aunts and uncles used to do. It's like, where's the things that we used to do? Hello, we are the new adults that have to do that.
And the animosity that was there forever, that the glue was holding together, is gone.
Okay,
so when that glue is gone and the shit start breaking apart,
you're only holding on for certain people. Yes,
certain people going to start showing their true colors, and so.
And that's so sad.
But I'm not saying nothing crazy about my family,
it's
even
just
though
that it happens.
But it's. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misunderstandings, and a lot of, I wouldn't say immaturity, but just a stagnant place of growth. Like, you don't say, I'm going through this. Like you said, you're at this age and you're saying, oh, I understand when my mom came through. I understand how she came through and what she did and how she worked. And so you get to a space and start to understand that. So we shouldn't penalize people who are not there yet. Like with the business, you know what I mean? Like you said, I'm not going to get upset at people who don't show up, because they may have.
It's going through
so
something.
Everyone has
and even
shit
if
going
you're not,
on.
hey,
everyone,
it's your life.
It's your right, and at the end of the day, it's you and whoever you got to deal with.
Yeah,
because
when this shit is on fucking, I don't know what's hot now on fucking TV no more. You know? When this shit is on one of them big ass platforms, you know what I mean? Niggas gonna be like, oh shit, that's not from. Yeah, nigga, I was doing this shit. You told me I was crazy because I was gonna sit down and talk shit. I'm talking shit about a lot of niggas.
Right.
But
and we still talking shit.
I just like doing it. You know what I'm saying? I still love when I set it up. You saw me. I'm about to get an anxiety attack. I'm like, yo, what's this sound that I hear?
Happening here? I'm like, nah, just take it out. Put it back in.
Yo,
Pause.
fucking Party City shutting down.
Is it?
Yeah, they closing, man.
So you
after
know,
40 years.
Shout out to Amanda Torres. Amanda Torres, I met her in Puerto Rico last year when I went to Puerto Rico for the holiday. And she's a friend of my friend. And I met her out there. And she is one of the daughters. Well, she's, I think, the daughter of the owner of Party City.
What?
And she told me that they were closing. What's crazy is her last name is Torres. And that's my last name. I think that's my family. So shout out. If y'all have any checks, y'all can run them.
Party City shuts down after nearly 40 years.
So
that's crazy.
sad.
Where we gonna get plates on the same day of our parties then?
That's it. You know, it's the rent. The rent is ridiculous.
Nah, the rent is ridiculous.
The rent is ridiculous.
That's definitely what it got to be.
And a lot of people are doing their own parties, learning how to make their own balloons, their own, getting their people to
you
do
can buy
it.
this shit now, and shit like that.
And even getting their own people who are in those businesses.
And big lots is closing down for good too.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that closing down. I think that's the main thing that what you saying is the rent for the spaces that you have to take these places for, and then the time that your lights stay on all night and shit because it's a business. Oh my
Yesterday
God.
I went to go get some bags, some Christmas bags from the 99-cent store. I was surprised how many stores were open. Like how many businesses were open, and it's like people don't have money.
They gotta get
and they're
that
like,
money.
you know what? I'll stay open. I need the money. I need the the rent, and the people are working.
That's a fact.
People are working. I was like, I would have taken a job. I would have took a job today too.
Yo,
For the extra, why not?
What you thought about that story about the girl that got burnt on fire on the train by that? I don't know. He was drunk. It was a drunk Mexican dude. Yeah.
Psycho.
That's
sick. That's devilish shit. I'm sorry. That's one. Two. I mean, I was just surprised how she stood standing.
That shit got me so
Like,
fucking upset.
I only watched it one time because someone showed it, but I realized she was standing. I'm like, why is she standing? She's burning. Like, you would think that their body would just go down, like, for cover or for, I don't know. But the saddest thing I've heard, I mean, but every day you think you're going to hear something worse.
But he got locked up. They caught him. They caught the dude.
Yeah, right
After
after.
the year.
But you think you're going to, I mean, you think you hear the worst thing and you find out that no, there's something worse than that.
Every day is something new.
Worse than that.
In New York.
So it's just.
Nah, that's
I mean,
why I
I
try
think
to stay clear
I
of
would give the
anything.
death penalty. So if you are on camera and they see you, and I mean you have all evidence to you, I think that they should just out them. That's it. Just take them out.
Like,
That's it. Take them out. They hang them on 42nd Street, and then just chop whatever.
hang on 42nd
yeah,
Street
whatever.
is crazy.
Yeah,
Nah,
for
I feel
everybody
you
to
though.
see. So
But
that you know what? They'll stop doing that.
That shit makes
They'll
sense.
stop doing it.
Cause I was just watching Agent 00, right? He a YouTuber, right? And he do like reaction videos. And he's watching this other YouTuber, and he's in Memphis. And you know they saying that it's the biggest crime and all that shit in Memphis, Memphis, right?
Yeah.
And then so he stops the video, Agent 00, and he goes, you know, I just came back from I think Dubai or Saudi Arabia or something like that. And he's like, yo, like they just you hearing the consequence of any crime makes you not want to do crime in these countries. If you steal something, we chopping your hand off right
That's
there.
it. I mean, there's no other
So for
way.
you to say, yo, hang that nigga on 42nd Street, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Gives people
like
the
for
most severe shit.
For
you could do.
rapists, hang them, cut a schlong. I bet you there'll be no more rapists.
Yeah.
Yesterday I went to Walgreens and the guy, it was a Japanese guy, and he said, I don't know why we were talking about being late. Oh, I said, because I went to print out a picture for my son's headphones that I bought him, and they didn't come in on time, so I went to print the picture to put in the card.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, they should be penalized for sending them late. He said, in my country, you have to pay when you're late. He said, he's starting in third grade. You have to watch. So that's why they're not late. That's why they're on time all the
Starting
time.
in third grade.
Third grade, you have to pay. I don't know how,
$10.
10 cents, 15 cents, whatever it is. Your parents got to
But
pay.
it shows you
It shows
a
you
severe
discipline,
consequence for your
consequence,
reaction.
and we don't have enough consequence in the United States. That's why they just
we
running
spoiled
amok.
in America,
Running amok.
You spoil you, and then spoil you leads into like what you saying, psycho shit, because you think you could do whatever you want
Yes.
to, and there's no consequences.
Yes.
Like all this bullshit that's going on with what's his name? The guy that killed the CEO, the United Health.
Oh, yeah, Luigi.
It's me, Luigi. Like, he's a martyr right now. He's like the biggest thing that since
happened
sliced
to-
bread, because what he's standing for. You know what he is standing for. That's why they're trying to severely punish him.
Which is so crazy because it doesn't matter what you kill for. You killed.
Killed.
You killed. Like, you know, I mean, someone could kill someone for murdering their child or rape. And you know what? You killed. You have to, you know, that's a consequence. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you did it, you know, you did something and you have to, you know, whatever the case is. But
Damn, that's a touchy
I just feel
shit.
a certain way about
Because
that.
I remember
yeah.
watching Power with Ghost and all that shit, and I remember when they went to when they was going to counseling to try to fix when their daughter died,
Oh, yes.
and the couple that was there was like, yo, their son got killed by a drunk driver, and he went and killed the drunk driver. Ghost. So it's like it's
I know,
crazy.
It is.
Cause then that's just a show,
an eye
but
for an eye.
in real life,
No,
there's
that's-
shit that
it
happens
is.
like that. Like this dude Luigi he's a real life vigilante. The nigga was like, the story is that, you know, he's a young dude. He come from an affluent family.
26 years old.
He coming from an affluent family. He went to, I believe, like Yale or Harvard or some
One of them,
shit.
yep.
Then he graduated. He moved to Hawaii. He started surfing and shit, and he hurt his back. His back was fucked up, some shit. He
That's
couldn't
what
get the
happened?
prep medical shit,
yes.
and the nigga vigilante
out.
style. Come here.
Yeah, you wanna
He's
take
like,
all
I
my
know that
money,
y'all. I know if
you
y'all
charge
shitting on
me.
me and I got money, I know what y'all doing to poor people. So I don't know if that was his thinking, but
That's
I'ma
what it
kill
sounds
you
like.
now. That nigga put a silencer and all that on his shit.
I don't know.
That
I just
shit's
feel like
crazy.
it's bigger than Luigi. I think it's bigger than
bigger
him.
than him
Like with
too.
that defend,
That's why he's a martyr right now.
defeat,
it's bigger
depose,
than
or
him.
whatever he wrote, and
Yeah, he put out his
I feel like
manifesto
it's
and all that.
bigger than it's higher. You know that poor man was gonna go to some conference to speak
He
whatever
just
he was
finished
gonna speak.
coming from a conference.
No, he was going. It was that morning the conference.
Okay.
And he never made it to the conference. So, saying what was he gonna say? You know, what information
they
was
about
gonna
to
put
change,
out?
what they
Right.
about to do with this health.
So-
and you know, we as Americans know how the medical field is here. Like, it's just crazy, bro. You gotta pay for
They
everything.
deny you.
Yeah, they deny you
You could
everything.
be dying.
Like, you
There's
dead.
a lot of videos going out now. I guess after this.
If y'all don't know the areas that I'm talking about, is like a 5-block radius. If you get shot in Marcy, they not taking you to Woodhull. Woodhull
go
is
to
denying
Woodhull.
you. You gotta go Whitecroft or some shit like that, and that's
I
crazy
wouldn't.
to
I
me.
wouldn't want to go to war ever.
I want to go to the nearest hospital to me though. If I'm shot, I want to go to the nearest hospital.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
the nearest.
But Woodhull is better than what it was when we was growing up. You a little
yeah,
older than me.
I
though.
mean, there's a
Woodhull
lot of
used to be called Murder Hall. Come on.
killer hole.
Yeah,
That
that
part.
shit used to be dead.
You know, my friend died in Woodhull. He got shot and he died. And I know one girl who just lost her life maybe last year after she gave birth. And there's more of those that are
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it happens everywhere, right? It's a hospital everywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
die everywhere. But when you hear like these
You either get
frequent
your-
stories, and it's like in pediatrics and in the asthma and in
That shit is
you know,
scary. It scares people off.
cardiology and yeah, it does.
It scares people off. I
And
know a lot of
also,
people, they be like, yo, I
no
don't
one
go to the
sends their child or their young adult to prestigious colleges to work at Woodhull. I'm sorry, you getting a 6 to 8 month program, you know, maybe from the welfare program. If you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but really, there's no credentials from high tech schools that are sending them there. They're going to NYU, they're going to Presbyterian, they're going to Cornell, they're going. So if my insurance is accepted over there, I want to go there, even if it's a paper cut.
Yeah, that's
sorry, Woodhull. But that's what it is.
So good, so good.
And I'm from the hood. It's like
nah. And we live right around that specific hospital. But I try to, I try to see at least positive shit. At least it's a little better than what it once was. My brother was born in that hospital.
No, my son was born there.
I think 9-5 or some shit like that.
My baby
So it's
was
like,
born.
you know what I mean? But there's a lot of good hospitals in New York, though. There's a lot of good
Yes,
hospitals.
there is.
Rest in peace to Ricky Henderson, man.
Yes.
One of the baseball goats, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there. He got an Oakland A's fitted. It's crazy that you got an Oakland A's fitted right now. That's the team he played for. That's crazy. Yo, you see the story with that Chris Brown and Lil Wayne misused their grants from the pandemic? You read that? You haven't seen that story? Boom. So how Lil Wayne spent his grant. Okay. Now Lil Wayne's is a little more. I don't think he misused it. But I don't.
First of all, they both black, so I don't believe any of these stories. But go ahead.
Ready? Settling a debt owed to one of his ex-managers. He gave him $2.14 million. Commissions to then manager Mac Main. He gave him $1.7 million. Now this is where it gets shaky. He got some private jets for himself for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Right? Boom. His lawyer, his accountant. You know what I mean? Then it goes. Clothes, $600,000. Contractors who worked on his showcases, $400,000. Settling debts, $300,000. Listen to this one, mystery women, $15K.
Him not getting away with it, priceless.
Everything else, $1.3 million. All right. Now Chris Brown. This is how Chris Brown misused his grant. His first one. Himself. $6 million.
He said, "Fuck you, pay me."
Insurance, $1 million. Manager, $600,000. Accountant, $600,000. Lawyer, $500,000. His cruise payroll, $400,000. Celebrity basketball tournament, we got to get that in. You know what I'm saying? Chris Breezy, $200,000. His birthday party. $80,000, everything else $1 million. And this is relief funds that they got from the pandemics. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody misused their money from the pandemic. Like
niggas in the hood, all that shit. PPP
they was buying
loans.
crab legs, firecrackers, and Henny. Let's start there.
Yeah. But the way they said it on Chris Brown, himself.
That
nigga went crazy.
They said the first one, number one. I mean,
listen,
how much money have they given out to
money
people?
Money is fake anyways. How much taxes have they paid? Because how
much taxes have they taken from them?
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not making no boo-hoo for no rich nigga. Because y'all rich. Y'all living y'all life. Lil Wayne they both are kid stars that came into adult stars. You know what I'm saying? They got money. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I just believe in America, we print money. That shit is not real. We in debt $100 quadrillion or some shit like that in America, and we still thriving and living, and you still could give me a check for 40 hours from my job, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. Like, I just don't think that money is real, as a real concept. That's why it changes from era to era. We had gold coins, we had this, we had that, we going to crypto, we going to wireless, you know what I'm saying, money, like whatever. Before it was a barter system, like, here, you got gum, can I give you this pen for a piece of gum? Okay. Can I go trade this for that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in that shit. But like you just said, though, to start the conversation, I don't be believing stories with black people because they just try to shit on us and just try to put a bad light on us every time. You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's war going on outside.
Nah, like
I think that's what they should just be talking about. That's it. How are you gonna stop the war? How are you gonna save these kids? How are you gonna
we are currently
how we're gonna lower
III.
cost of food? How we're gonna raise the wages? How we're going to get our kids to finish school without having to pay next year? Now we gotta pay $9 in what you call that? Congestion prices. Oh, because it's not 15 now, it's 9. Like,
congestion for what?
To go over the bridge, to go over the Williamsburg Bridge, to come back and forth.
You gotta pay to get into each borough if you're driving. It's
right.
Crazy.
So, I mean,
Shit,
this is
bananas,
more
bro.
of the things that we need to be speaking about, not Chris Brown and his
The
100,000.
fucking MTA is going up to $3. Like, and you got people dying and getting burnt on the MTA.
Shot,
And you want me to pay $6
killed.
to go home and come back? I think I need to carry a gun on me.
I mean, and if that's the case, you raising the price, then it should be, you know, it should
safe
be working.
environment.
It should be a safe and working environment. Like, the trains never work. It's always overcrowded. You know, it stinks. It's dirty. There's, you know, sad, but there's a whole bunch of homeless people on there. I get on, you know, Myrtle Broadway, so that's crazy.
Nah, Murder on Broadway is like a whole different story,
Yeah.
bro. That shit is.
By the time I get on the train, it's $7. Like it costs me $7 to get to the train, and then it costs me $3 to get on the train because it's like $1.
Yeah,
And you know, it's like, you know, sometimes I give, sometimes I don't, but in my peoples, I see them all the time. You know some of them that are hungry, and it's just a lot.
Yeah,
and I'm
because-
like, if I don't have it, and I'm not making it in my job, my guy, I can't help you.
because a lot of them do see you on a regular and start talking to you, so you start to build a
and they
rapport
watch
with them.
me, and they make sure that I'm good. Like this one Africano that works on the corner, you know, he sells like hats and stuff, and you know, just a vibe.
Oh yeah, the
If I
guy
go
that been there for 20 years. Or
right.
something.
If
That
I
nigga
go
been there
get
forever.
coffee, you know, I speak to Sahira. If I, you know, just hi, how are you? I say hi to everybody in my neighborhood. Just so God forbid
That's how
anything
it is for
happens, they
me.
have your back.
Bro, I go outside every morning, the latest 5 in the morning for my walk. You know what I'm saying? And there's people like this lady stopped me the other day. She like waved her hand and she stopped me, and I was like, it's like 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, well, what you gotta talk to me about at 5:30? She's like, yo, you walked all the way from, and she said a specific block, and I'm like,
Oh,
you watching me,
watching,
bro?
right?
But she's like elderly. I'm like, you watching me, bro? She's
Right.
like, nah. She's like, I see you every day. Because I wear the same
Okay.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's like,
to
yo, I
walk.
see you every day. And I'm like, this nigga walking early in the morning from the
Yes. You
summer.
never- yep.
It's winter
You'd be
now.
surprised
And you
who's
still
watching.
out here. And I'm like, nah, you know, I'm just consistent with my workout, whatever. But, you know, that's just like going to what you're saying. Like, and there's this homeless guy, he's in front of Chase every morning. And I make sure to have an extra blunt in my pocket. Because that's what he asked me for. He'd be like, yo, you got bud, bro? I'd be like, here. Hold that blunt, you know what
Now
I'm
they
saying?
asking for weed. What the
Yeah, you know
hell?
what I'm saying? So
No,
I'm
but
not
they be
gonna-
having signs. I need money for weed.
If you being honest
Okay.
and real with it, here, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and
that
that's
was-
what I do. Here, fuck it. Like,
this
he came up
homeless
to
guy
us.
named Green.
He came up to us. I was talking to my cousin Manny. He sells a certain product, right? And the dude is like, yo, it's my birthday. I'm going to North Carolina. And he homeless. The homeless. He a veteran. My son Manny gave that nigga a whole like quarter. He was like, yo, here, hold up.
Oh.
And the dude was like, yo, I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, you know, it's like you saying, just make
Yeah.
somebody's day if you
Yeah,
can.
there's
you
this
know what I mean?
homeless man named Green. And I don't even remember his name. This was years ago because he wrote me a poem. And it was one winter day we were walking down. We were probably drinking at a bar. And he was like, oh, do you have $1? And I was like, oh, you have to sing for me or dance or do something. He's like, I'll write you a poem. The most beautiful poem he wrote. Mr. Green. And yeah, he was the bomb. But yeah, you encounter these amazing people that, you know, had a life maybe like us once upon a time. And, you know, you never know. It could be anything. My mom always told me that, like, this man that she knew that was really nice, and I guess he used to give, like, my brother's money, like, you know, from the neighborhood, and his house burned down. And then he was like, you know, by the time I got older, he was, like, homeless or just, like, in the street, and I was like, oh. And my mom was like, you never imagine all the things, because he looked still well-dressed and, like, he was clean, but he was from the street. And, yeah, it's crazy how, you know, life.
You saw a story, this TikTok, whatever, you know, social media dude. This nigga was going around in supermarkets in Arizona spraying pesticides
Oh,
on
I
fruits
saw
and shit.
that.
I'm like,
I
bro, like,
saw
what
that
are we doing?
idiot. I saw that idiot.
For what, bro? What is it? Like, what's the...
It's for the views and for
It
the
can't-
attention and for the likes and for, you know, I guess if you get a certain amount of views, you get money.
Niggas need to stop it,
They
bro.
doing anything for money now.
Niggas need to stop
They
it,
doing
bro.
anything strange for some change. Like, what the hell? Leave me out of it. I want no parts of it. None of it. I'm trying to go to heaven. And I heard that if I walk this line and they're going to push me and I'm going to still walk the line, I might make it there. That's what they said, but I'm not, you know. Even if when I'm not too sure that's going to happen, I still try to follow this path because it's scary out here, and it's very tempting. People tempt you to be angry and to
No, that's a fact. I was on the
train.
I was on the train with my moms today, right? We standing up. We don't want to sit down. We're not sitting down. We standing up. This guy gets on the train, right? He's like a dark-skinned, like African dude or whatever, right? And he like walks right in front of us, and he's just looking, right? And I'm like, we talking.
Oh, he looks at you?
He's looking at us, right? Like.
That's odd.
A whole negative energy came on the cart when he came on the cart. And I look at my mom's and I take a deep breath and she looking at me like.
She already knows.
Because I'm about to slap the shit out of this nigga. And then he walks to go sit down, but he brushes me on purpose, bro. He brushes me and I breathed again. I said, but I'm going to therapy. I'm with my moms. You know what I'm saying? We getting off the next stop. But when we get off, I say, yeah, Ma. I was really about to cut his face open. Because I got my knife on me, you know what I'm saying? I was really about to just cut his face open. Because his energy was negative and it felt like it was towards me, personally. And you don't know me. At all. And I'm with my moms. So first of all.
But he don't know you, right?
Mom's got to get home. Yeah.
So you believe... But you believe in
something
higher.
Yeah.
You believe that there's something lower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's what that was.
That's what that is.
That's why I left it alone.
It's always presented like that shit. You like, God, you doing this? Nope, that's not him. That's not him.
Yeah, I said, this nigga trying to test me at the end. Yeah. I said, this nigga.
He said, okay, I got
said,
you.
whoever, like you said, the lower energy trying to test me at the end of the year.
Because the negativity, that's below you.
Yeah, because I'm like,
and
Christmas.
And it tries to take you out of your element.
Because I'm like, Christmas was one of the best days of my year. So it was like nothing but positive shit was happening. So it was like, all right, let's test you with some negative shit the next day. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
right, because in one split second,
you could do some dumb shit.
Your emotions, everything. And you know who's in control? Him. That man who looked at you because you thought he's in control. You don't have no control. You know when you had control? Like, woo-sa. Yeah. And you let it go. And that's when all the control, and everything.
I can't do it right now, Tina. I never been in handcuffs, bro.
Don't do it now.
And if I do it now and I go to jail for 15 years, that's it. It's over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't do it. Like the most I ever been was the bookings for some weed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I never been. I don't got no type of strikes, no felons, no nothing. Like so I don't want to. That's why
sometimes I'm like
go,
they have free food, free rent. I'm like it sounds like a good idea, but I'm just kidding. No, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to be there with those people.
That's what I was telling my man. We was talking about the papoose and Remy shit right now. You see that shit that's going on? He's supposedly fucking with Clarissa Shields.
That's crazy.
She's one of the boxing.
I was just with. I wasn't with papoose. Let me clarify that. He was in a spot that I was in.
Okay.
Called the Garden Bar and Grill. Super dope. On Grand Avenue. You gotta come and it's super dope. Shout out to my people over there. Yo, they amazing. The food, the ambiance, the music, everything.
If there's one thing about Tina, she gonna find the spot where she gonna chill.
Yeah, and that's a vibey spot. That's my people's. I go to eat chicken wings and I go there to turn up at night. It's the best place. But
he was there.
Yes, because I'm 40 something and my thoughts just leave me. Like they come here and then they gone. So thank you. Yeah, so he was there and he felt my pain. And I was just like, it was so dope. And I'm like, oh, Pat, I get excited. Yeah. I'm a super groupie. I'm not a groupie, but like I get excited when I see people. I'll be like, oh my God, I love you. I'll name whatever fucking show you was on, the song, all that. But anyway, he had a good vibe, and I thought that he should just stay there, like wherever he was. And then the next week he started reposting all the stuff, and I was like,
he a cool cat. Yes. He from the area that I grew up in.
Oh, okay.
So like some of my older dudes know him. You know what I'm saying? He a cool cat. You know what I mean? But like.
I've been listening to him since
I try to bring these stories up like with a little concernment when it comes to Tina, because you heard her, she was like, we need to be talking about this, right?
Now we can
she's
talk about
real,
whatever.
she's a real person. She don't want to talk about celebrity gossip. I want to talk about.
No, we can talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? But when I throw it in there, she knows the concept of this podcast. So this is why I invite certain people to this podcast so they can show the other side of them, like Sparrow. You know what I'm saying? He don't do this, but when he gets here, he could talk his shit.
And that's why I like.
And when she get here, she could be
out
like,
of me.
"Oh, I talk about that story with my homegirl sometimes, but it's not something that I talk about all the time. Let's talk about it." But
let's talk about it.
But I don't know if I'm looking at it wrong or something, but like the way Remy going about this shit is crazy. Like that man was holding you down when you was at the most down time of your life. And it doesn't work like that for females a lot. When they get locked up, a lot of people forget about them and don't even.
No, that's true.
And he held you down.
There are more females that visit male in prison than there are males that visit
Niggas
women.
get married and they in jail for life. And women, like, nobody even comes see them. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. When I hear about, like, the prison industry, it's always about males. I never hear about a lot of women shit. Their shit is nastier, worse off. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they don't get a lot of love. But for him to do what he did, boom, boom. And then, like...
So what he did, he cheated first or she cheated first?
No,
or
she cheated first.
Okay.
From what I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with that dude that kind of, sort of, not looks like him, but...
Easy the Block Captain from Battle Rap. You know what I'm saying? He from Battle Rap.
Okay.
And he kind of
He's
does
corny,
look
though.
like him. He from Philly.
He's corny.
So now he's talking shit to Pap right now, too, because,
I know, he's corny.
you know, Pap is fucking with Clarissa, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta let him do what he do. Like, they're not even together no more, so... You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's corny the way that...
And he may not be with Clarissa. I mean, I wish them the best if, you know, everything. But he may not be with her now. Like,
yeah, that might be the homie that he supports.
They peoples. And people are just so nosy. And they're in everybody's business. And it's one thing to talk. I like to talk about stuff. But I don't like to judge people's things. Because you don't know. Like, you know, we talking about real shit. We talking about facts. This happened. Oh, well, facts, you know, as far as what they told us on the news. But, you know, just to be like... Oh, she's a dirty, dingy bitch for, you know, we don't know what happened behind closed, behind the black love, you know? We really don't know. Right.
I was just reading Papoose claims he knocked out Remy Ma's alleged boyfriend and...
Oh, yeah,
spent
knock his
last Christmas
tooth, though,
alone
right?
with their daughter,
And he had a black
But
eye.
This was last year, yeah. This was last year. We heard about this shit last year. It was like at a battle rap event. But then that's how this shit kicked off. Because then he got on camera and he was like, yo, he know he ain't do all that, da-da-da. He punched me and he ran, da-da-da. But now, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, with what you saying, like, when it gets to the messy shit like this, it's like, bro, they ain't even
like,
know.
they have a child. They have children. They have adults. She's dealing with her son allegedly murdering somebody. Yeah. Right?
He's in jail right now.
Like, I mean, you have a lot of things right now to deal with than to be worried, you know, than to be spreading your freaking legs to people. Like, that's the last thing you need to be doing is worrying about a relationship or who, I don't know. That's too much for me.
I think that's like the definition of a Bronx chick right there. Like,
was she from the BX?
Remy? Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize she was.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know if he passed away, but he shot himself. OG Maco. You remember OG Maco? Bitch, you guessed it.
Yeah.
They say he tried to suicide himself. Nah, this was a story from a while ago. You know what I'm saying? They saying that he tried to kill himself, but it wasn't a good attempt. You know what I'm saying? But
God didn't want him.
Yeah, that
shit. Stay down there with your bullshit.
And that shit is real. That shit is real. That shit is real. I know somebody that tried to do that to themselves and it didn't happen. And I think it was because they didn't.
When you see those miracles,
it's not your time.
Yeah, when you see miracles, people fall down from 6 flights or get hit by a car, you see them spin out of control, fall. I mean, and then they make it. Or you see somebody get shot in the leg and they die. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's you know, I mean, it depends. It's when it's your time. I believe that is your time. But
yo,
yeah,
Floyd,
suicide is some shit.
You saw Floyd Mayweather gave his grandson
what he
Christmas?
gave him. He's 1, right, or 2?
Floyd Mayweather reveals he bought his grandson Kentrell Jr. a building in New York for Christmas.
Now you see, that's some shit right there.
He bought that nigga his own building for him to own in New York, bro. That's fire, bro. I just think, like, that's nepotism at its finest. You know what I'm saying? That's the best especially for our culture right now. You know what I mean? For Floyd to be doing that. And you know whose son that is, right? His grandson? That's bozo. NBA Youngboy's son.
Oh. Okay.
NBA Youngboy got Floyd's daughter pregnant. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they are
you set.
Bozos. He's a bozo, though.
Who, NBA Youngboy? Yeah, but he got money.
He's still a bozo.
Just to, like, I'm not saying that that's
corny
the end
with some
all
bread.
be all. Yeah, that's the end all be all. I'm just saying his son.
He should have been broke. No,
the kid is gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
No, but I just really like some stuff. Like, I
mean.
guess he was abusing the girl, or they had some shit. Like, I just think that's just corny.
He got her into a lot of shit with other females.
Yeah,
you know, that young.
But
you got anything else you want to talk about, Tina? Like anything specific that's been on your mind, you know what I'm saying?
No, I always love these conversations. No. Life is just lifing, and I'm so glad and so blessed and so grateful to be here. Healthy, happy, and out of control. I went to the doctor not too long ago, and they asked me, you know, they ask you like 1,001 questions. Mm-hmm. And, you know, all those answers were no. And it gave me like
Feels good, right?
Yeah, it gave me like a renewed perception of life, like a refreshed, I'm always so grateful and always so pretty. It was like, wow, like I don't have, you know, and they were like,
clean bill of health is always underrated, though.
You know, she asked, do I have children? I was like, yeah, I have two. She's like, how many pregnancies? I had 2 pregnancies. I never had a miscarriage, never had an abortion. So I was just like, you know, that was like, you know, really. And I was like, thank the Lord Jesus Christ for that, because there are a lot of, you know, people and women, and unfortunately, you know, they're going in and hearing, I haven't got my results, but going in and hearing all this stuff. So, you know, shout out to everybody going through something and hoping you pull through whatever it is, because
like one of my male best friends that I grew up with, he's going through some medical shit right now, and I pray for him every day, because like I said, there wasn't a lot of people that I looked up to, you know what I'm saying? And he was just a year older than me, so I kind of like, I didn't look up to him, but I used to see shit that he did, and I met him in 6th grade.
Yeah, but just like a little ahead. I have a friend like that. She's my age or a little older than me.
Because it goes vice versa, so he'll hit me when he needs to talk, I'll hit, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
and it's someone you can look, you know,
and we known each other 20 plus years, so to hear news from their own mouth like that, it'd be like, damn. But he good, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And he's one of the strongest people I know, you know what I'm saying? Good. And when it comes to like adverse situations like this, like he
pulls through.
He deals with it head on, and the nigga be making jokes about himself and shit like that. So that's why I know he good, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Lou, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Lou.
But other than that, I just felt like getting dressed up. That's why this was an excuse to get dressed up.
You look very, very nice.
We here, man. We gonna close the year out with this episode. This will be, I think I got like 2 or 3 episodes to line up for the beginning of next year, you know what I'm saying? Just so I could have time to do a couple things that I need to do, you know what I'm saying? And then we get back to you guys like 2nd week in January, you know what I'm saying? So this will be the last episode for the year.
I'm coming back to be continued.
That's a fact, man. She'll be back. Hopefully Chun Chun will be there, you know what I'm saying? Spliff, I don't know what's up with you, my guy, but hit me up, you know what I'm saying? I hope everything is well, because he did tell me what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But I hope everything is well, you know what I'm saying, on your end. And Travis Hunter, just dump her, bro. You'll be good without her, bro. I promise you. You hearing about this?
No.
The college football player, the star from Colorado, on Deion Sanders' team, he got a girlfriend, right? And this bitch is just doing everything in the world to show him that she's a slide, basically. She's like, yeah, put out that old picture with me, with the old nigga grabbing my ass. Yeah, put that picture out. And this he just won a Heisman. He's about to get drafted like number 3 in the NFL draft. Like, mama, keep your legs like this and you'll be all right.
Right.
But I think he's entranced with her, so he's not letting her go. And he's like one of them people when, I love my baby mama, I never let her go, right. Like DMX said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but behind closed doors, they be going through it. He'll get tired. Eventually, we all get tired. You don't.
Yeah, because
eventually,
just so
much you can deal with it.
Even if a man's not acting like a man, one day he's gonna act like a man and be like, okay, I've been trying to show you a nice version of me, and you're walking all over me. You gotta go. So, you know, but I just wanted to end the episode like that, bro. It's cool, bro. You could break up with her. You only 19, 20 years old. You gonna find somebody else.
Yeah, you a baby. Yeah. You should not even be thinking about relationships.
And you going into the NFL.
Nah.
Again, money
Tracy?
not everything.
What's
but
his name?
yeah, money. His name is Travis Hunter.
Travis, don't do it, Travis.
That's a fact, man.
Listen, if you ain't changing it, you're choosing it.
Oh,
So,
shit.
let's
I
talk
think we
about
just got the title for the episode right there. Time stamp that. Say that again.
it. If you ain't changing it, you're choosing it.
That's a fact, man. So
So
shout
if
out
you-
to everybody that supports Tina. Shout out to
Yes.
Tina for popping out because she supports me heavy and I support her heavy. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Shout out to Spliff. Shout out to Chun Chun. Shout out to E. Shout out to everybody that supports us. My number one supporter, I always shout him out. Cash out Mello. Shout out to you, Mello. You know what I'm saying? He comments on everything. Everything. You know what
Shout
I'm
out
saying?
to Mello.
So I printed up some shirts and the first one that I made, I sent it out to him. No
No.
cost or nothing. Here, nigga. You support me, whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you
So
do
shout out
that.
to him, you know what I mean? And shout out to Envious. Shout out to everybody, all the artists that I worked with this past year, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that came as a guest or as a co-host like Tina, like Trev, you know what I mean? Everybody that came on the show. Shout out to everybody. Y'all show us so much support and love, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it, you know what I mean? So one more time, it's the highest hippie in the room, Dricanhippie, of course, and we be back at y'all. And you already know what we about to do. I got 2 blunts rolled up. You know what time it is. We out.
Peace. Love it. That's
Oh, hi. All I can do is offer you my love. Since whatever isn't on the table, I'm trying to get you right now. I'm talking, lay your body close to me. I love you how it's supposed to be. Really got your hold on me, baby.